on, everybody? It's your boy Danny Hendricks. You are now tuned in fresh off the net. So it seems that Kanye West has ended his St. Pablo's tour officially, just officially finished. So what this means is, for everybody that's bought a ticket, they will receive a refund off Ticketmaster, I believe. And what does this mean for Kanye? Well, so let's talk about it. Kanye first canceled his no, we'll actually take it back even more. It was a show during in Sacramento where he went on a huge rant about politics, and he brought up DJ Khaled, he brought up Drake. I don't know if he was really throwing shade, but he did talk. Well, I think he was throwing shade at DJ Khaled because he was talking about his hit single For Free, which features Drake, and he's saying, they only made that song for the radio, and the radio just overplays it way too much. Where I could kind of agree with him because that song, it's one of those songs where it's meant to be overplayed and meant to just be on every radio station because it's that type of tune, as DJ Khaled for you. DJ Khaled always has those songs, so I don't know why Kanye would acknowledge it in that way, but we all were thinking that way anyways. And also he was throwing shade not only at Drake but also at Frank Ocean, saying Drake is good, Frank Ocean is great, but Kid Cudi is better, and of course he brought out Kid Cudi. And for those who don't know, Drake and Kid Cudi don't really look at each other like eye to eye right now. There's a lot of tension between those two because Kid Cudi did call him out on his bullshit about his ghostwriting accusations and whatnot. So everybody was talking about it, and the internet blew up instantly about it when it happened. And of course Drake responded with his song he dropped, which was named Two Birds One Stone, where he addresses Pusha T as well, because Pusha T did diss Drake as well, but he addressed to Kid Cudi, saying about him going through rehab, and and a lot of people were talking if that was like a very low, if this was like a cheap shot. I mean, it's hip hop, what I mean, anything goes in my opinion, and even thinking back to the whole thing with Biggie and Pac, how Tupac was fat shaming Biggie, I guess you could say. Imagine how people would take it nowadays, or if we had old Eminem talking his shit again, imagine how people would take it nowadays. It's all popularity contest. But anyways though, so back to Kanye. Kanye just canceled one of his shows, which was supposed to be in Inglewood, California, of course, and it was hours, an hour, or not like an hour, but hours before the show even started. So everybody was getting in line, people were on their way over there to the Forum, and he just canceled out of nowhere, and for an artist, this is for anybody that's always on the road, who's always busy, and they just don't spend enough time with to even have a social life, even with their families and whatnot. He after he cancels his show, he just cancels his whole tour because he feels like he just hasn't been spending enough time with his family. He does have 2 kids, a wife, and she just got done going through a robbery. Well, no, she did. Yeah, I'd say she did get robbed in Paris. Some people were trying to say it's fake, but I don't see why anybody would fake that. And he's just tired, man. He's just really tired, and he just wants some time to himself. I completely understand. Of course, you got the people who are diehard Kanye fans who are questioning if they still want to be a fan of this man, and they're saying it's so hard to be a Kanye West fan nowadays. But you guys gotta think, he's human. If I'm always on tour, if I'm always going back and forth from here to Paris to just everywhere in the world, and I barely get to see my own family, I would feel the same way too. I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like, I'm not seeing my nephew grow up. I barely even get to see my mom and my dad and my brother. Everybody. I'd feel the same exact way as Kanye. So recently though, he actually did check himself into, they said a hospital or something, or he's hospitalized because he there's certain condition he's going through right now. Now, to me, why I personally think Kanye is taking some type of drugs. Maybe I really don't know because I don't know the side effects. I mean, I know he's kind of talking crazy. He's probably doing like amounts of cocaine for sure, and something else on the side. Who knows? Maybe like some prescription stuff. But he checks himself into like like a center to help him out, to help him like regain everything he's like lost, and like to clear his head as well. And you got people who were slandering Kanye like 3 days before when the whole thing happened in Sacramento, where he canceled his show and it canceled his tour, and now everybody's like, oh, pray for Kanye, pray for Kanye. It's just funny how the world works, man. Like, what I learned is you shouldn't slander any artist if there's something going on with them. If they have a serious issue going on with them as well, then you have to be there to support them. You have to make sure, like, okay, you know what, this is totally understandable. Of course, he's one of my favorite artists, and yeah, I was looking forward to this event like all year, but you have to realize that he is just human as well. He does have needs. He does have priorities, like just like all of us do. Just because they're famous, it doesn't mean like they're like some everything's taken care of. No, hell no. There's people who still stress out. There's famous people who are in a shittier position than we are, and that's just because of the mindset. Because they have just so much more pressure. It's not easy. It's not easy for them. So, the point of this video is just to address everything that's going on with Kanye West, because he is trending right now on Twitter, on the news, about what's going on with him and what caused him to cancel his shows and like his tour and whatnot. But all I can say is we hope he gets through what's going on with him, and he comes back to making great music again. I'm not talking about the Life of Pablo. I'm talking about like 808s and Heartbreaks, or his older stuff. The Life of Pablo, don't get me wrong, I liked it. I liked that a lot better than Yeezus. Yeezus was trash in my opinion. But I just missed the lyrical Kanye, where he just serenade us with bars and just make us feel like this is why we're put here. This is why we're on this earth. But anyways, though, thanks for tuning in. You guys actually I'm working on a video review right now. I just got back from a Drew Hill concert. It was pretty sick, and I'm actually working on a video right now. So don't think I'm leaving you guys, because I'm not. I'm just busy. Talk to you guys later.